I want to ask you a question. Have you ever felt frustrated by the state of the world? Do you feel powerless to change anything? Have you despaired of finding solutions to the world's problems? If you answered yes, then what if I told you there is an alternative? What if I told you that there is a blueprint for a new kind of society, a new socio-economic order that could greatly reduce poverty, inequality, and injustice? In 1959, P.R. Sarkar introduced a new socio-economic theory called Prout, as he said, for the good and happiness of all. This all-inclusive social theory has a uniquely spiritual base. Unlike past and present systems, such as capitalism and communism, which are materially based and benefit only one section of society, Prout is not just for the wealthy and privileged, or just for the workers. It is for everyone, including animals, plants, and the environment. To achieve this, there are several key principles. 1. Guarantee the minimum requirements of life. One of the main features of Prout's socio-economic system is that it guarantees to everyone the minimum requirements of life. In most situations, these will include food, clothing, accommodation, medical care, transport, and education. This guarantee can be achieved by ensuring full employment so that everyone has at least a minimum purchasing capacity, as well as ensuring availability and appropriate pricing of basic necessities. This means a minimum income will be enough to purchase the minimum necessities and also will become a part of the society's constitution. Once the minimum's requirements have been met, any surplus wealth will be distributed among those with special needs or special talents. Those with special needs include disabled people and nursing mothers. Meritorious people with special skills or greater responsibility can receive greater pay, or preferably will be offered items which enable them to deliver greater service back to the community. This will encourage personal achievements that also benefit society. For example, if the minimum necessity for transport is a car, some doctors who need to cover a lot of distance quickly may get a helicopter. And just as there is a minimum wage to ensure the minimum requirements can be earned, there must also be a maximum wage to ensure the meritorious are not overpaid. The relationship between the minimum and maximum wage may be set at a given rate. This will eliminate extremes in poverty and wealth. 2. Increased purchasing capacity. To ensure that all people continue to receive the minimum necessities of life and to provide dynamism in the economy, Prout advocates a continual and gradual increase in purchasing capacity. To achieve this, there must be a continual increase in production through research and development and the appropriate use of progressive scientific ideas. Under capitalism, technology means increased efficiency but less pay and job losses. Under Prout, increased efficiency through technology means less work for the same pay, resulting in a better quality of life. This creates a greater freedom and more time for individuals to spend on more rewarding pursuits that have little or no draining effects on worldly resources like sport, art, adventure, science, religion, philosophy, altruism, and spirituality. This creates a much richer, more satisfying society. 3. Decentralized planning. Economic planning under Prout is decentralized. This means that decisions for the local economy are made locally and not by bureaucrats or politicians who don't have economic, cultural, or sentimental ties to the area. The definition of a local person is someone who has merged their economic interests in the area. When local people are empowered to make the economic decisions for their own area, the outcomes will enhance their own economy and society. They will also have greater concern for the environment if they are living in the area themselves and have to live with positive or negative environmental impacts. 4. A 3-tier economic system. Prout divides the economic system into 3 categories. First, there are privately owned small businesses. Second, medium to large-scale businesses which are run by cooperatives. And thirdly, very large industries which are concerned with key functions of the economy, like the public utilities and the defence force, and are owned and run by the government. Fifth, cooperatives. Cooperatives are central to Prout's economic system. Cooperatives bring about community prosperity and a sense of unity in a local area. Capitalism fosters selfish individualism, while cooperatives foster the spirit of community and service. Through cooperatives, the wealth of the community goes back into the community, not outside to company directors and their shareholders. 6th, decentralized, self-sufficient economic areas. Prout advocates, as far as possible, the creation of self-sufficient areas, known also as zones or blocks. The zone may be a region, state, or countries together, depending on how much area is needed to become self-sufficient. These self-sufficient areas will empower local communities with their basic necessities of life and form the basis of economic democracy. Where the area can't meet all the needs of the people, it can trade and barter with others' areas. Anyone can move to an area, but only those who have merged their economic interests with the area can have a business there. This will prevent outside interests, including multinationals, from coming in to exploit the area. 7th, economic democracy and non-material emphasis. All of its aspects previously mentioned can be said to be aspects of economic democracy. Economic democracy exists where the people have control over their economic destiny. Political democracy has given people the right to vote for political leadership. It has also, however, denied people a real voice in the economic decisions that affect their lives. As a result, society is plagued with increasing extremes between the rich and the poor. Unemployment, food and housing shortages, high crime rates, and environmental degradation. Economic democracy, on the other hand, returns control over vital economic decisions to the people directly affected. Through this, everyone can enjoy the community's wealth and resources. It would, however, be a mistake to think Prout is only concerned about creating an affluent lifestyle. The primary reason for Prout economics is to provide an environment where people can devote more of their personal and collective lives and enjoying more psychic and spiritual progress. These 7 principles are interconnected and interdependent. They work together to create a system that benefits everyone in society, thereby creating a better, more benevolent world. This is a very brief description of Prout's main economic principles. For more details on social and political issues, go to the links below.